Dexy, I know you're gonna kill this shit.
Yo, people, what you telling me back again for another footy talk, bro? Arsenal drop points again. It's almost that day. MONTS, what you telling me? Yo, you're muted as well, fam.
Number 20 is on the horizon, man. Number 20 is on the horizon. Mateta showing everyone what actual striker looks like these days.
You man heard it. I told you before all this Delap and Osimhen stuff. I said, run me Mateta, bro. But he ain't name brand, so
yeah, he tucks in his shirt. He wears the long sleeve. You know what I'm saying? Listen, the fact that man has one ear right now, innit? You know what I'm saying? Who is it that lost his ear? Vincent Van Gogh? Was it him? I don't know.
Yeah, he cut off his ear. Yeah, Van Gogh.
Yeah, bro. He's doing the Vincent Van Gogh thing and he's still banging goals. He's in the crossbar and going in that. By the way,
that was a joke of a finish, by the way. Do you know what I mean? Because, bro, that is a striker that has awareness, bro. Because to know that where the goalkeeper is in that split second, it tells you that this brother's always scanning. He knows what's going on. It's a great goal.
That's what I'm saying. I think that the fact that he came off the bench and he wasn't even warm, and he's still able to do that. It's crazy. That's crazy to me. Like, even so, I just think certain players are being put on a pedestal because of PR. Like, obviously, there have been a lot of discussions about Delap this week. I've been involved in a few of them as well.
I'm a big fan of Delap, so let's have this conversation.
So
I was literally just watching, but I was just watching some Delap stuff. Literally, I just got the window open still. That and that Franco fucking the Argentinian we got linked with. I was doing some of the research on this player to see what attributes he's got. So I was having a gander, mate. You know what I mean? But Delap is my baller, bro. I can't lie. Let's go.
I think Delap's good, but I think his PR is way too much, bro. Way too much for me. Like,
what's the PR?
As I said, I like the way. Well, I don't want to say all Chelsea fans because that's wrong, but the way Chelsea fans are speaking about Delap coming in and being the main man at Chelsea, for me, it don't make no sense. Delap is not going to be your Lord and Savior. When you've already got a striker who's probably going to score you 12 to 15, whether it be he good enough or not, whatever you think of Jackson and all the chances he misses, he's going to get you over 10 Premier League goals in it. He's going to get you 12 to 14. I'd say 12 to 14 is probably a fair assessment because I'm pretty sure Jackson got 14 last year and he missed quite a lot of chances anyway. There's still 5 games left. He's back from his injury and that, even though he had a goal drought before that. And I think he's already on 10 or 9. So he'll probably get that 12 mark before the end of the season. Yeah. I just think that there's no difference between Delap and Strand Larsen. And that's not to say Strand Larsen is dead. I think Strand Larsen's a good player as well. I think he's actually he's a good striker.
Stylistically, nah. Come on now.
Nah, there's not a massive difference between Delap and Strand Larsen. I'll tell you that from now.
Nah, like, stylistically, that doesn't mean they're not close.
But that doesn't mean one is ultimately majorly better than the other. I just think Delap has better PR than Strand Larsen because even though Strand Larsen's more of a gunman, both feet very good in the air, his hold up play is good. I think Delap obviously has a bit more flair to his game, so he's
and also his ball carrying and that. Like, bro, when I watch Delap, like his physicality, like it gives me like it reminds me a lot of what Rooney used to do. The way he used to pick up the ball and just run with it, like, bro.
Yeah,
bro.
But for me, as I said, I think Delap's a good striker, but I think he's being overrated for me. Not when I say overrated, as in maybe for Man United need more than Chelsea. This is my point.
Yeah, maybe so, but you know, I mean, I think Chelsea stylistically probably need Osimhen the way they got Neto throwing crosses into the box and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm talking. Yeah, yes, agreed. I 100% agree. I think stylistically, he's not a Chelsea player. He doesn't suit Chelsea, but bro, Delap is a quality player, bro. Like brother. It's one of them ones where when I look at his skill set, bro, like even this Delap's like Hoyland, bro, you're chatting shit, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I was gonna say respectfully, but not even respectfully. Like, there's nothing. They're not like each other. Like, they're not like each other. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy work to me, bro. I'm seeing Delap pick up the ball, from deep, like roll defenders and drive and carry the ball 30 yards, bro. Hoyland ain't doing that. Do you know? He's not doing that. Like, his link up play, he's finishing with both feet, and bro, he's got real physical presence as well, bro. I'm seeing Hoyland just on the floor, blood, all the time, bro. Like, brother, nah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'll be honest, when I look at it, I think people are underrating Delap, not overrating him. And the reason why I say that is because if Delap was showing the exact same fucking promise, and man was mad exotic, and he had an exotic name, man would be doing way more for this Delap thing, bro.
I disagree, man. I think he's getting overrated. The stuff I'm hearing about
Suarez, but he's got better close control, bro. Do you know what I mean? He's got better close control, bro. The way that he carries the ball. If Delap was from some random fucking European country, not even Brazil, blood. You know them ones. Because the thing is, for example, like we can go with the Portuguese name. Look at João Pedro, at fucking Brighton and that. Do you know what I mean? You look at Matoma and all the things them man are doing. If Delap had a name like that and he was playing for Brighton, man would be saying, "Oh, we should sign him, bro." But he's playing for fucking Ipswich Town, and his name's Delap, mate.
But that's not to say. But that's not to say that no one should sign Delap. I was saying my argument with the Chelsea fans was like, bro, you already have Jackson. Why is Delap your Lord and Savior for goals? If you want to do anything in football, Delap is not the answer for Chelsea Football Club. Maybe for a Man United or for a team that you get it. But for Chelsea, where your second highest goal scorer your highest goal scorer from wide position is Noni Madueke. Delap is not the answer for you, man. In my opinion, you need a guy that's 25, 30 because you don't have guys that score goals from out wide. You don't have enough of them. Agreed. Now, if you're talking about Man United and Delap, that's a little bit different because you're probably looking to partner him up with Acuna and Ahmad, where you could probably look at where the link-up play would happen. You'd probably be able to get on the end of things. Again, with Cunha and Delap would be a good pairing as well. And as I said, you got Ahmad doing what he does. And you've probably got maybe a Kobe that can fill in the 10 position for certain games as well. So it's not to say that it can't work for Man United. It can definitely work for Man United. But because let's be honest, even though he's been linked to Man United, Chelsea's the main team that he's been linked with, right? Chelsea are pretty much.
I think Man United is the team he's been strong. He's been linked with the strongest, especially recently. He was linked with Chelsea in January.
Yeah, but he's strongly, but the Chelsea links with Delap are very strong. We can't.
They are, but they're just as strong with United. He ends up at one of them two clubs.
I just think the PR, as I said, the PR is a bit mad for Delap at times. And yes, I understand he's doing that at Ipswich Town. As I said, you got guys like Cunha doing it at Wolves. Strand Larsen also has 12 goals and 2 assists as well. Strand Larsen has a good record at Wolves that were also 19th for a period of time this season, right there with Ipswich Town before people start, making these comparisons. I actually personally think that there are a few underrated strikers in this market. Some are overpriced, some don't have PR. So I think you can get a good deal.
Who are these? So who are these underrated strikers?
So obviously, I would have put again before all the PR this season, I would have put Delap as one of them. I would have put Strand Larsen as one of them as well. I think Mateta is someone who's underrated as well. I think those three for me.
I think Mateta is the best of the three of them, but Mateta's name and his age goes against him.
Is he 27?
He's the same age as Osimhen, I believe. I think they're both like 26. He's 27 this year, though.
He's 27 now. He's actually 28 this year, Mateta, to be fair.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's one of them ones.
The perfect striker, bro, in my opinion, that Man United should be getting. But then again, I would use Mateta as...
But 27 is a good age to get a striker.
It's a great age for a striker, but then I would have Xerxes as a striker, and I would fuck Hoyland off. I'd get Mateta, and I would have Xerxes as the backup striker, but I'd play him in the 10, but I would have him as backup striker if Mateta got injured. That's what I would do. Do you know what I mean? I'd get an older striker.
Yeah, the free. So there's another one I've got as always, Wisa. So Wisa's another one. So
Wisa's fucking sick, bro. He's wavy, but he's another one. He's a ball to feet link striker. He's not a pace and power like goal machine, but he's a link as well, though. Yeah, he's a tech man, bro. Wisa's different.
Yeah, and he's 28. He's 28 now as well.
But again, these men are ballers, bro. Do you know what I mean? These men are ballers. They are. You're 100% right. They are, bro. Like I said, he would have been a perfect striker for Arsenal, bro, because he can do the job that Havertz does in terms of the movement and that, but he's just way better at football, bro.
Yeah. So those are the four that kind of go in the underrated thing. I think Liam Delap probably now has the best PR out of a lot of them. I think Strand Larsen, because he's 25, probably won't be recognized.
He's always gonna have good. He's always gonna have good PR for the simple fact that he's English, bro. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And English players always have that hype, bro. Luke Shaw had that hype. Do you know what I mean? We're not gonna pretend. Like, do you know what I mean? English players always have that hype, man. Like, it doesn't really matter. But I think that is justified given the quality he's got, bro. Like in the current market we're in. I'm not saying that he's the best striker in the world by any means, but I'm saying by the levels of the current market, Delap is one of the most promising strikers in the Premier League by far, bro. Because there's not, at his age in this league, as a striker, who's doing what he's doing, bro. I struggle to even name you strikers around his age group starting week in, week out in this league.
No, of course. I just think Delap isn't a risk. I think you just can't bring him in as your main man from a Chelsea perspective, innit? That's just my thing. To be the main man at Chelsea, he's gonna need help, in my opinion.
No, you're right, but Chelsea, you're right. Chelsea are further along than Man United. So because of that, Chelsea need somebody that's gonna come in straight away and guarantee them a certain amount of goals, because these men should be competing for the league, bro. Look at the amount of money they've spent. I agree with you, but again, in world football, there's not many strikers right now that I can say that Chelsea sign. They guarantee them 20 Premier League goals, bro.
Yeah, that's why the problem isn't really going. The problem isn't really the centre forward. Ultimately, it's actually having too many wingers that can't score goals. That's it. Because at the end of the day, Delap's probably going to come in and score 2 or 3 more goals than Jackson would score over the course of a season. What is that going to do for Chelsea? Nothing. The upgrade isn't big enough. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's why, don't get me wrong, if Sancho or let's say Neto and Noni were getting 10 goals each on either side of each wing, then that's great. Delap don't even need to get 25.
You're right. You're right.
He can score 15 and it's calm. You see what I'm saying? That's why Chelsea should really be looking at Kudus. And then now bringing in Delap makes way more sense. It makes so much more sense then. You know what I'm saying? People, and then have Jackson as your backup, or maybe as a backup left wing, or whatever way you'd want to utilize Jackson. Because either way, if Jackson plays every game of the season, he's getting you 13, 14, 15 goals. Regardless of how many chances he's missing. And he also, let's be honest, he makes Chelsea better. No one can tell me Chelsea don't look better without Jackson. They are
No. In fact, he does make them better. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it would be interesting to maybe see if maybe Jackson could play out wide and Delap could play up top, or maybe
Jackson played out wide when they signed him. So Jackson should probably be utilized there. I believe he's more useful than Noni Madueke in every way, bro. I think Noni Madueke is awful. My personal opinion. I don't even rate him as a footballer. I feel like it's difficult for me to even call him a footballer. I think he's trash. Do you know what I mean? Him and Mudryk, I think, are absolute bin juice, bro. Like, between the two of them, them man costs about 60, 70 million between the two of them. I think they're both shit. I'll be honest. Like, that's my honest opinion. Like, it's my honest opinion. I genuinely think that if I was the owner of Chelsea, I would terminate both of their contracts. Because I think they're useless.
I had a Chelsea fan today, big up Abs. He told me that he said Noni gets hung out to dry way more than Jadon Sancho.
No, he doesn't. That's not true, bro. I don't think a player has got more abuse than Jadon Sancho, by multiple fan bases, for a long time. Like, bro, Jadon Sancho don't play for Man United no more. He's still getting crashed on by Man United fans, and then he's getting crashed on by certain Chelsea fans. Brother, no one cares enough about Madueke to crash it on him. You know them ones. No one cares enough. Like, he's so irrelevant.
This is what I'm saying. My thing is that Noni Madueke was never like a bad man. He was never a top player for man to look at him and now give him grief for not being a top player.
Yeah, no, that's it. Like, no one's ever rated him to crash it on him. It's like, man are just more surprised that he is where he is.
Like, that's my point. Like, Jadon Sancho was supposed to be a world beater when he left Dortmund. He was putting up crazy numbers everywhere.
Oh, to be fair, like, someone sent me a compilation today. You know, everyone's doing the last 40 shots, the last whatever. Like, someone sent me the last 40 chances created, from Jadon Sancho. And hey, bro, Chelsea are rubbish, mate. Because I tell you what, he creates some decent chances, to be fair, but look who he's passing the ball to. You know what I mean? Like, who he's passing the ball to. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm calling me a freedom fighter. It's weird.
It's a bit mad. Look who he's passing the ball to. Like this is just what it is. Like, when I actually watched that, I was like, right, my eyes are not deceiving me, because when I watch Chelsea, I always hear people tell me, oh, he ain't done nothing. But I'm like, bro, like, this Brer is always one of your best attackers every time I watch you, even though you don't look like scoring as a team. He's always the one that does the least things wrong, and he always gets crashed on because people are saying he don't take enough risks. He's not direct enough. He's not this. He's not that. Do you know what I'm saying? But, bro, like, when I'm looking at the chances he's actually giving people and they're not scoring, it's like, allow it, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, allow it. It's pathetic. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is what it is, man. This is what it is. I think he's in an era right now where people only care about what's on paper, innit? And unfortunately, football's never been played on paper until 2025. Now everyone thinks that everything can be quantified with stats in football. So now people don't even want to watch the game. So now when I even hear how people talk about footballers, it tells me that they've never watched them play.
Yeah, and by the way, and it's not me saying that Sancho is the next best thing since sliced bread in it because he hasn't been this season. He hasn't been for me at the standard that I rate him personally in it. But to say that like Noni gets more hate than Sancho, bro, people can't wait for him to put a foot wrong.
Brother, he's got no expectation. So how can he get more hate than Sancho? That doesn't make sense. There's no expectation on Noni Madueke, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's none whatsoever, bro.
We need to talk about Cole, though.
Bro, listen, bro, take the floor, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? What can I say? The 20th title, bro. Like the floor is yours, bro. You know what I mean? It is what it is, bro. I'm not, bro. I ain't the champion here, bro.
This is bro. We gotta talk about Cole, man, because we're talking about protection. If we're talking about protection, protection and that. I don't care if he's part black. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Palmer? It's dark, you know. It is dark because I'm actually a fan of Cole Palmer. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of Cole Palmer. I'm even a fan of guys like Odegaard because there are certain players this season that are getting mad dirt thrown on their name. Because you wouldn't actually believe me if I told you Sancho has more GA than Odegaard, would you? Would you guys?
I didn't even know that.
You wouldn't know that, would you? You wouldn't. As I said, you wouldn't think that compared to how some people were viewed and how other people were spoken. You wouldn't even think that, right? You wouldn't think that.
I hear it, bro.
You wouldn't think it. You just wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like
I didn't know that was a thing,
bro. Listen, hey, listen. I don't even want to go into it. You know what I'm saying? Guys like Foden. Do you know what it is? I'm not even going to speak about Foden as per because I get like we know what it is with Foden. He's been like we know what it is with Foden, bro. You know what I'm saying? His thing stinks of shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Palmer for me. Someone said this the other day, and they said that Palmer thrives in a team that is more destructive going forward as opposed to an organized attack.
Yeah, he's right because Palmer's a free spirit, innit? Like he's one of them emo youths, you know them ones.
Like he's on this skill, like he's on. He's got the black nail,
and the black nail polish and that, bro. He's one of them dudes.
You get it, bro. So this with all of that, I just feel like with Palmer, when I heard that, he thrives in chaos and like you know the kind of that as you said, the free spirit attack. I thought about it and I went, wow, he might be onto something.
Yeah,
he might just be onto something because the more organized Chelsea's attack has been, or the way that Maresca's tried to organize their attack, Palmer looks less and less and less effective. And it even looks like on the pitch, like it even looks like he's fed up. It looks like he's trying too much. It looks like he's annoyed because he can't do what he wants to do because he's facilitating man that don't score goals. Because Cole Palmer is still creating chances. That's one thing I won't take away from him. I won't take that away from him at all. He's still creating chances. But he's passing the ball to Noni. He's passing the ball to Neto. These guys that are averaging like 4 goals a season. You know what I'm saying? Where
just the enemy for players like him. You know them ones. This is where we go from him. Yeah.
And bro, this is where we go back to the João Felix conundrum, where João Felix should be the one doing the job that Cole Palmer is doing for these dead wingers.
But I would argue Cole Palmer is similar. I mean, João Felix is another one. Structure ruins his game. Like, he just has to have free reign to run around and do what Bruno's doing at Man United. It's like players like that, they almost need to have a manager that just trusts them, like, and just says, yo, man, just go out there and play. Just like Grealish, bro. Just like Hazard and them. I think that structure's taken away from these players. I genuinely think that. And also, you can't have too many of those players in one team anyway. This is the problem that we're now having. But the problem that we're now having is you can't have too many. There was only one Cantona at Man United. Like, you couldn't have a Cantona and a Rooney. And even Rooney, when Rooney was playing with CR7, he sacrificed himself and he had to be the structured one. Like, there can't be 2 free men that just want to kind of drift and go. Someone has to sacrifice themselves.
That's how Real Madrid is shit. That's how Real Madrid is shit or have been shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true.
That even aside, like, another player I feel like that's probably a bit of a victim of that is probably Martin Odegaard. I think Arsenal's attack has got more and more rigid as the years have gone by. And obviously,
not just their attack, their whole team. Arteta has done really well, but Arteta, he is a control freak. You can see it. Like
100%.
everything from the set pieces, everything is like controlled, bro.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Everything's like the blueprint for this and the blueprint for that. I think Odegaard, when Arsenal were a bit more loose in the attack, you could see him. Like that's why when people say Odegaard's not attacking or he doesn't take risks, I just feel like that's more down to the system. Don't get me wrong, this season has been diabolical from an individual standpoint from Odegaard. But I do think some of the onus is on the way Arsenal have become very much, as you said, Arsenal were drawing 2-2 and they're still just passing it. This is doing the sideways passing thing. Like it's really, really dark to see some of these players having to play in systems like this. And I think a lot of people thought I was going to crash on Palmer expeditiously. It's not that I'm going to crash it on him expeditiously. It's just that to go as many games as he's gone without scoring is unacceptable. 4 months.
For the level that he'd been playing at before. Do you know what I mean? And the bar he'd set.
With missed penalties. Yeah. And some of these games have included Southampton at the Bridge, Leicester at the Bridge. Let's not act like he's been playing top sides, because we know Chelsea have a inferiority complex. We know they don't turn up in the big games unless it's Tottenham Hotspur. We know Chelsea have an inferiority complex, but I just feel like, what is the answer for him? Because he thrived under Poch heavily, really thrived under Poch because there wasn't too much organization in the attack. You could arguably say, is Poch a better attacking manager than Maresca?
Ooh, I think
he's terribly.
Poch is just less rigid, isn't it? I think Poch is more lets the players play kind of thing.
Because man are saying now,
Maresca's more rigid.
Because man are saying now that realistic. Because look, okay, cool. Look at the table. Poch finished on 63 points. Chelsea on 57 with 5 games to go. Those games include Man United, don't beat them. Liverpool, don't beat us really. Don't really beat us. Nottingham Forest away and Newcastle as well.
They can end up on similar points, yeah.
They can end up on what, 65 points. And remember, Poch was painted as Satan's spawn by a lot of these Chelsea fans.
Yeah.
So, you see what I'm saying? So you do look at Cole Palmer and say, what do you do with a player like that now? How do you get the best? Because for me, if that's a Saka that goes, bro, I didn't want to do this, but if Saka goes 4 months, 4 to 5 months without bagging a goal, it's the 24th of April, Rants, and he ain't scored a goal.
I didn't even know that was a thing, you know. I didn't know it'd been that long.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's the 24th of April, bro. Man ain't bagged in like 4 months.
Yeah, that's insane. That's
insanity, bro. I think he's got 2 assists, and one of them was the 5-yard pass to Sancho when he bent it top. You know the other day where he bent it top corner.
Oh shit! Yeah, that goal was crazy.
Crazy goal, yeah. So I don't know. Do you reckon the whole system needs to change? I don't know what kind of needs to be done with Cole Palmer for me.
I don't think the whole system needs to change with Cole Palmer, man. I just think that he's going through a time where it looks to me that he's just not enjoying his football. And I think that's down to the manager. You know? I think that's down to the manager. I think the manager has to find a way to rectify the problem, bro. The reason why he's not enjoying his football is because the job that he's been asked to do, I believe, is not optimal for his skill set. Like, Don tried to argue with me, and it turns out I was right. I told man, Cole Palmer can't start in the 10 in the Premier League. It's too physical for him. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, yes, he has to start on the right. It has to be. He's played on the right and still hasn't really moved me on the right this season, but he needs to play there for an extended amount of time.
Bro, he needs to play there every week, bro. Like, it's just, at the end of the day, yeah, like starting on the right and inverting is not the same as starting in the middle. And I said the same thing. We saw it with Trent when he started in midfield for England. Like, starting in the middle and drifting into the middle is not the same gig. Same thing with Lewis Skelly as well. Like, drifting from out wide into the middle, amazing. If he started week in, week out in the middle of the pitch, he's receiving the ball in different areas, different situations, under more pressure. It's a different level of freedom or lack of freedom that you get as a footballer. People need to understand, yeah, that just because you end up in a certain situation, yeah, it's not the same as starting there. Do you know what I mean? Like even the picture that you see is completely different. So it's one of them ones where I believe that the system that he's playing in right now is not conducive to him. Is not conducive to him playing his best football. It's not. Do you know what I'm saying? And also the lack of overlaps as well in the system from Chelsea. They're doing this kind of underlap thing, and it works with Sancho and Cucurella on the left hand side, but it's just like, bro, go back to basics. Overlapping fullbacks, wide players drifting inside. This is where Cole gets the space. Fullback takes the player away. Cole can cut inside, can get the shot off. Like, it's not really rocket science, bro.
No,
like it's really not. I don't understand why. Yeah, I just don't even understand why people don't understand that this is how football works, bro. A lot of the time now, Cole Palmer receives the ball. He's got 3 players on him in the middle, and Cole's not the kind of guy that's gonna turn and run in between 2-3 players. He's not Moussa Dembele, bro. Like, he's not going to pick up the ball in those areas and step through people and just bounce them off. You kind of need to do the Morgan Rogers bumper cars thing when you're playing in the middle like that. Yeah, you have to.
Don't say bumper cars.
That's what it is, bro. That's exactly what it is, bro.
Bumper cars is real.
But it is that, though, because man are talking about ball carrying and that, but really, it's bumper cars, bro, because you know what I'm saying? Like, man are getting leaned on and that. That's what it is going through.
Bumper cars is so rude, fam.
Bro, look at how Cole Palmer is built. Yeah, he's not doing that. Do you know what I mean? This is the Premier League. So
nah, the ump and barge thing is killing me.
Yeah, but that's what it is. That's what Moussa Dembele dragging it.
Man is saying Shannon Sharpen.
Bro. Bro, no, man are doing up Super Bowl, blood. That's what it is. That's what you have to do in the middle. That's what you have to do in the middle. Like, people don't understand it. That what's expected and what's needed from you in the central parts of the pitch are different, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, they're saying it, yeah. Like, even with like Xerxes in the 10 for Man United, the reason why he can carry the ball like that is because he's strong, bro. You watch him, he's dragging the ball and he's shrugging and throwing man on the floor. You have to do that. You don't just start gliding in between players in the Premier League like this and running through the middle of the pitch, bro. Like, there's not many players we've seen do that.
Do you know what it is? Especially because maybe in his debut season, like where teams aren't setting out to stop you as well, so you might get an extra second of space. You might get that extra split second. And let's be honest, Cole Palmer only needs an extra second. With his skill set, he only needs an extra second. I think now that teams are setting out to stop him, and the physicality, and the fact that Mavericks are, you know, the way football is played systematically is drowning out Mavericks and creative 10s.
For sure.
You're only gonna take away the effect that he has on the game anyway. So and I understand like players like Grealish, why Pep's put him left wing. I personally still think Grealish can operate in the 10, regardless of the league's physicality.
He's a physical player, though. He's actually a physical player. He uses his body very well. It's one of his strongest attributes, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Grealish can use his, and he's got like shotguns for calves, bro. Like, you get it. But yeah, bro. I hear what you're saying with that. I always would have put him out on the right wing for me. I always would have put him on the right wing, but just not as a touchline winger. I would have made sure he plays with a right back that is always going on the overlap. Always. You can't play Cole Palmer on the right and have an inverted right back.
Yeah, because he gets no sense. It's foolish.
Even with Noni, that makes no sense. With the type of winger Noni is.
Yeah, Noni needs space too.
Yeah, he needs space. He needs to overlap, create the space, dink it back stick, or wrap it bins, whatever you want to do, or reverse it. Wherever you go, you have your options. It's simple wing play. As you said, it's really not rocket science. But I just feel like Maresca needs more so is Chelsea's defense as well. They just need a better link towards the attack and defense, simply because if there's no overlaps and you know the wing backs are inverting, you're kind of making the pitch go like that.
You're 100%.
You're condensing the play, and it makes it so, and you just kind of get what you see every week with Chelsea, where it's like, oh, a couple nearly moments, it's a bit scrappy, and then you're lucky to see a goal. That's it. You know, I think you're on mute, but yeah, that's it. So that's the way I see it. I just wanted to kind of talk about the Cole Palmer thing, but back to Liverpool's number 20. Arsenal have just, I don't know, man. A lot of what Arsenal
let's talk about Declan, please. Please. You know them ones there because bruv, no free kicks this week. You know what I'm saying? Did man see what? Or did man see like 5 forward passes?
Party was wicked.
Hold on, bro. 5 forward passes, 3 completed. Is that was, bruv? Let's talk about that, bro. No, because bro, world class, bro. That's what these men told me.
Declan Rice ain't world class though. I've said like he's not world class though,
brother. 5 forward passes in a game of football, mate.
Yeah, we saying it's back to Declan overpressed.
Bro, this is the guy. Them man were calling him Declan twice, you know, after he scored 2 free kicks. That's what they were calling him, bro. This is what he's
you know someone
5
called
forward
Odegaard.
pass, 5.
You know what someone called Odegaard yesterday? They called him Martin Overdraft.
Yeah,
It's
but I've
dark.
been called him Overdraft. You
Is
know
it?
them.
That
That was my nickname for him still. You get me?
Yeah, it's dark. Listen, I'll be
That
real.
tweet went viral on Twitter, bro. Like, I swear down, I don't know. Man have to make sure that you put the line through the O, blood. Man have to do things properly, bro.
I'll be real in it. I'll be real. For me, I watched the whole game, and it was kind of like most Arsenal games this season. There's a reason why they got 12 or 13 draws. 13 draws, there's a reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason. Because there's no intensity to what they do. There ain't no intensity. It's the 80th minute.
Their football is very robotic, you know. It's very robust and robotic.
Bro, it's been robotic for time. Yeah. For time, it's been robotic. Like they were saying this guy's not even been the best centre mid in his team.
Yeah.
Let alone the best centre mid in the league.
I've dead food, man. But that's what I mean. He had one great night.
You can't put him in conversations with 8s because you're calling him a 6 who's playing 8. But if we're talking number 6s, he's not been the best 6 for Arsenal.
No,
Partey's had a very good season for Arsenal. In fact, he's had a stellar season for Arsenal. I'll go even further than that. When
his face don't fit. Now they're talking about giving him a new deal. Like I said, they have to give him a new deal, bro. He's been very, very good.
Yeah. Even in yesterday's game, Partey was wicked. He was wicked in that game. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is, and I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what his role is. I think his role is just a kind of a box-to-box, all-action type of guy. I don't think he's a bad player. I just think he's monumentally overrated. That's it. Like, I understand scoring 2 free kicks in one game is ridiculous, and we gave him his we gave him his flowers, but then, like, what are we really doing when we're talking about the player? What are we really doing?
Yeah, what are we talking about, bro?
Because I feel like, and again, because everything's so rigid with Arteta, it probably doesn't help a player like Rice, or it probably actually plays into his play style. Actually, I got that completely wrong, probably. But the game I've watched the same Arsenal game for about 5 weeks now.
Yeah, facts.
I've watched the same.
Facts.
I've watched the same game. You lot can't tell me I'm lying. Every time I watch Arsenal, I've been close to sleeping. Every time I've watched them. Since like February. By the way. Even, bro, the Brentford game. You lot can't tell. Bro, I can't believe I took the time to rewatch that. The Everton game. Don't even piss me off. Don't even piss me off with the Brentford game. You know what I'm saying? The Fulham game. Even the 1-0 against Chelsea. Bro, like, we've watched the same game. And these men have the absolute cheek to say that the Premier League is boring. It's not... Bro, the cheek of these men to call the Prem boring is so mad to me. When these men they're the guys who make it boring. If anything, we're the entertaining ones because we either win or lose, even though we didn't lose much this season. Yes, the Premier League isn't of a great standard for the top teams, but to say the Premier League is boring, you know when the problem answers you, are you all right? That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. I can't believe that people people go to the game to watch Arsenal this season. It is,
but they're awful, man. And this is why, this is why PSG need to just do the honorable thing for football, bro. Because
no self-awareness.
They're fucking horrible. Do you know what I mean? I didn't watch the game yesterday because I was like, yo, the game's gonna be shit.
You would have watched the same.
I was like, yo, the game's gonna be shit. I legit said the game is gonna be shit, bro. So I'm not watching it because Palace have got a cup game on the weekend, so I didn't expect them to do what they did. I expected Arsenal to rest players because they've got Champions League. So I was like, yo, this is gonna be a nothing game, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And then to see that the best centre back in the world made another mistake, it's just one of those things, bro.
That's two in, as I said, that's 2 in a week.
That's bro, two in a week, by the way. It's just one of those things, bro. Do you know what I mean? So, brother, like, I'm not surprised by, I'm really not surprised by anything, but in terms of a spectacle, they're an awful football team to watch. And awful. I think, yeah, seeing teams like that be successful, yeah, sets a bad precedent for football in general. Because the reason why, yeah, football has become so robotic in the first place is because teams have had success playing this way. That's why people say, oh, so everyone's trying to copy Pep. It's because Pep's the most successful manager in recent history. So by default, yeah, people want to do what's working. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So people think that that's the only way to play football. So seeing someone like Enrique not playing a striker, playing fluidity in midfielders, he has no DM. Everyone's a DM, everyone's a CM, everyone's an attacking midfielder. And up front as well, there's no striker, there's no left winger, there's no right winger. It's just pure fluidity. Seeing football like that now, yeah, it's like I hope they win the Champions League because maybe it might make a few more coaches a bit more brave to say, you know what, we're actually going to play some good football now, because football right now is fucking awful, bro. And people are always going to do what works. That's what they're going to do, or what they perceive to be working.
As I said, there's many things to speak about. Obviously, Arsenal fans aren't going to look too much into it because their Champions League campaign's been very good up to date this season. But again, as I said, you're looking at certain players. Yeah, as I said, William Saliba. I took longer than Meek. Yeah, because that's 2 in a week, blood. Yeah, This is word to chip, blood. There is no way he can be making back-to-back mistakes like that. Because you know what it looks like? It looks like the players are almost checked out of the Premier League. And that's just not even a good attitude to have. Checked out of the Prem. Because like for me, like Rants, cool. You're in a semi-final, yeah? You're in a semi-final. You've been in many semi-finals for Man United, Champions League, many over the years.
Yeah,
Why is it that
even in recent times we've been in semi-finals, yeah.
Why is it that a Champions League semi-final is being treated like it's the trophy? The trophy's been won itself. Why
because
is
it is, but it is to them. This is the furthest they've been in. I don't know. When's the last time Arsenal got to a semi-final of the Champions League? I don't know.
When they got to the final.
Exactly, which was, I remember Belletti. What year was that?
06. 05,
okay.
06, huh?
Well, there you go. So it's been nearly 20 years, bro. So of course it's the final for them.
Oh, it's apparently not. They're saying 09 actually. It might have been 09.
Our semi-final was 2009 when Ronaldo bust the head top open
with the blue AIG in it. Blue AIG. Yeah, with the mad free kick.
Yeah, the mad free kick, the long one. Yeah, the long range free kick. Yeah, and that was what's his name? Who the fuck was in goal for that? I'm thinking I could see the goalkeeper, but I can't. Yeah, it was Almunia, I think. Yeah. I was thinking, I could see man's face as the ball just flew past him. Yeah, you know them ones like, yeah, bro, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, it was Almunia still. Yeah, like this is, bro. Yeah, this is my thing, innit? Like, and I know you lot have seen this as well. It feels like, and do you know what I was told yesterday? If Arsenal lose the Champions League, it's gonna overshadow. People are gonna talk about it more than your Premier League win.
No, I don't think so. Only online, maybe.
Regardless, do you man them just make a trophy out of everything apart from trophies? That's what they do. They make trophies out of everything but actual trophies.
Yeah, but they have to, because they don't win trophies like that once. You know the ones there, like.
But this is it. But it's like the self-awareness is down the drain. How can you be like, yeah, we're gonna be the most talked about? No one cares. No one cares. Everyone cares about trophies. Because if you lot were winning trophies, you wouldn't care about who's being spoken about the most. You wouldn't care about who's going to get onto you lot the most if you don't win.
Yeah.
Yes, you knocked out Real Madrid, but you lot are making it seem like you've won the trophy already. or the fact that you're in the semi-final is like you can automatically check out of the Prem. Automatically just check out of the Premier League. This is the worst I've seen. You realize the importance of the Prem has been diminished to this much from Arsenal fans. The 180 these men have done.
Yeah, but that's because they can't win it now. That's why.
Yeah. But it's almost like they don't like, oh, we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, me personally, yeah, I just feel like they're immature. They're children. Do you know what I'm saying? It's the immature little brother that has to find a victory in anything but an actual victory. This is why they can't win this UCL, as you said, for many reasons. And it's not even about like offending or anything like that, or Liverpool fans being insecure. I just think it's cheeky because if Arsenal was sitting here winning the Premier League, we wouldn't hear the end of it, Rants. We wouldn't hear the end of it.
It's facts.
We'd be hearing conversations. We'd be hearing conversations that we would not want to hear. You know what I'm saying? We'd be having to deal with the nastiest agendas. The nastiest.
You're right, but the one thing I would say, yeah, just in general in football, you can't turn on and off good football and good form, bro. And it's like dropping points to Crystal Palace and all them things there. Like you're not turning it off against Palace, then turning it on against PSG. Like football kind of doesn't work like that.
But they did do that with Madrid, and they drew to Everton, beat Madrid, drew to Brentford, and beat Madrid again.
Yeah, but Madrid have been really shit though. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's not taking anything away from Arsenal, like, but it's not a confident Madrid team you're going up against. Like this PSG team have already won the league and they're playing liquid football. Well, Real Madrid ain't gonna win their league. They're not gonna win their league, bro.
No,
do you know what I'm saying?
They won't win this season.
Yeah, they're not winning that league, bro. So it's just one of them things where it's a different animal, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a completely different animal. So like literally, I'm looking forward to it anyway. I'm looking forward to the game personally.
No, 100%. I just feel like I just think they're gonna do everything in their power to downplay a Premier League that they've been catting to win for the last 3 years.
But why do you care anyway? Because
it's not because
why do you care? Because you know that they want to win that league, bro, badly.
Exactly. That's why I talk about it. I talk about it because I know you. It's on you know. That what I have right now is what you want. Do you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, it's like, look at the importance of the Champions League. When Arsenal weren't winning the Champions League, I had Arsenal fans telling me the Prem was more important than the Champs. They were telling me they'd rather win the Prem than the Champs. Downplaying the importance of the Champs. But now that you're in the Champs, you know what I'm saying? Now that you're in the Champs, you're now seeing the real. Now that when you signed Gabriel Jesus, now you're going, I see why Firmino was liked. I see why we rated Firmino. Not when Firmino was actually playing for Liverpool. Man, was just telling me he only scored 8 goals. You see what I'm saying? Arsenal fans only realize and recognize things when it happens to them.
Yeah, well, of course.
When they experience it.
Yeah, but brother, we've all experienced. Yeah, you're almost speaking like you're starting to experience what Arsenal fans are about. Like,
no.
This has been my whole life.
No, I know, but it's just, you know what it is, Rants? The cheekiness is on an all-time high for me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The cheekiness is at an all-time high. You're in a semi-final as well.
I hear it, and the thing is, if we win our trophy, yeah, it eclipses anything else because for whatever reason, bro, man just love to talk about Man United, bro. The season's not done, yeah, and they're talking about who Man United are gonna sign. It's like, brother, we still got games to play. Like, as much as it's kind of fun, it's like, bro, we still need to win this fucking trophy, blood. Do you know what I mean? And if we do win this trophy, all the chat is gonna be about how shit Man United were, and we still scumbagged another trophy. It's gonna be all that talk.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? It's gonna be that talk, bro. Like if we win this trophy, it's the biggest achievement for the simple fact that we've been super shit, bro, and we don't deserve anything, bro.
I'll go ask you a question, genuinely.
Yeah.
If Arsenal don't win, they lose in the final, and you don't win the Europa League, or even Tottenham, because you guys are in Tottenham and Man United are pretty much in the same situation this season.
I got 2 horses in the Europa League race, bro. If we don't win it, Tottenham have to win it, bro. They have to win it, bro.
They need. How about this? They must. With Bodo Glimt to the semis, they must.
They have to win it, bro.
They must. But the thing is, if Spurs were to win that Europa League and Arsenal did lose in the final,
I think Spurs winning the Europa League is better than us winning the Europa League, yeah, just for the pain of Arsenal. I'll be honest. I think Spurs winning it is better.
you could spare a Europa League in it. You could
Yeah,
spare
bro. Hey, brother, listen, we've won one already, bro. Like, I've already lifted that trophy. I'll be honest, yeah. Like, it's one of them things where if someone said to me right now, like, man could guarantee, yeah, Arsenal not winning the Champions League, but Spurs need to win the Europa League and United can't win the Europa League, bro, I'll sacrifice that trophy. I've seen loads. I've seen loads, bro. I'll sacrifice that trophy.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
As long as it's not us losing to Spurs in the final, because that would just be unnecessary pain. But if man said to me, yo, like, to ensure that Arsenal don't win the Champions League, you just need to lose to Bilbao and Spurs win the trophy. Bro, listen, I'll go to the final and support Spurs. I'll go to Bilbao. I'll go to the final. Swear down.
Yeah, no, it's true. I feel like, do you know what it is? Because there is a 50% chance, factually, that an English team will win the Europa League, innit? Factually.
Yeah.
There's a 50% chance. Flip of a coin. In the Champions League, obviously, factually, Arsenal have a 25% chance. So 25% chance that Arsenal go and win the Champions League. Now, as I said, football is football. You never know what's going to happen. But I do feel like the season has been very anticlimactic, but that doesn't mean in a European sense that this season is going to end that way. I still think that this season can be an entertaining season if you get like a Spurs United final or even an Arsenal Barcelona final. You know what I'm saying? I feel like at that point the season isn't as anticlimactic.
If it's Arsenal Barcelona again and then Barcelona beat them in the final again, bro. I think I can't lie, bro. That might actually be poetic, to be honest.
Bro, you see what I'm saying? And then even when we're looking at the top 6 race, the top 5 race, the race for top 5, that is still a mad race right now. There's bare pointers. Chelsea and Nottingham Forest play each other final day. Chelsea and Newcastle play game week 36. There's the 6 pointers. And there's about 3 points that separate 5 man. So when we say like, this is what I say, when we say that like this Premier League is, I actually do think it's very, very anticlimactic because realistically, people want to see a title race more than a Champions League race. Let's be honest.
You're right. People do want to see a title race.
Yeah, I even wanted to see a title race, bro, because I love the entertainment and the exhilaration of. You get it? I love the thrill. I love the thrill, knowing that a goal could kill me or it could revive me, kind of thing. But at the same time, if you ask me, would I have rather a Premier League nice and early, game week 34, done and dusted? Bro, I've seen one Prem in my lifetime. So do you know what? I don't mind it. City have walked multiple Prems this. City have walked about 3
They
Prems.
have. Do you know what I mean? Like, you'd rather it's your team walking it than someone else's.
Yeah, because when a team walks the Prem, when City walked the Prem the year after we won it, I can't tell you how dead that season felt. That season felt so shit. So shit.
I'm trying to think. When United were in their pump, I don't remember. Yeah, when United were in their pump, I don't remember a season where I didn't feel like we was in the title race until at least quite late on. I can't remember. I always felt like we were challenging up to a certain point. I don't remember starting the season and thinking we're not really in it, like from the jump. Like, I don't really remember that.
You know, we're in a title race, I'm pretty sure, for at least like 8-9 years on the trot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And like, even if we didn't win it and Arsenal ended up winning it, I felt like we was always in the conversation until quite late.
It was pretty much when Ferguson left, really.
Yeah, like that is weird, bro. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, 2004, 2006. That was what? That was the Tim Howard spell, innit? It must have been. It must have been the Tim Howard spell. That spell at Man United was crazy, bro. It was like, I don't even know what we was doing in them times there, bro. The kits were dead. The football was dead.
Was that the silver kit? Was that when you went on the silver kit?
Bro, man had some dead kit, bro. Like, man had dead kits in them times. That was I'm sure that was the shit Vodafone things that we had them times.
Vodafone kits were
Bro, it's Roy Carroll and Tim Howard, bro. The dead Vodafone things man had at the time. Like,
the Vodafone thing
yeah.
was
It's just Ruud van Nistelrooy and no one else, man.
It was just Ruud, didn't it?
It was crap, man. I swear down. Like, we shagged Ruud, you know. When I deep it, we shagged Ruud. But
bro,
man
it used to kill me because Rooney would roll up his shirt and it would still be baggy up until the forearm blood.
Awful, man. Bro, we shagged Ruud van Nistelrooy, bro. Like brother, we had one of the most deadly strikers to ever breathe oxygen yet. A man won one prem, you know.
That silver kit was nasty, bro. That silver kit was disgusting. It's killing me. Is that when Fergie got the players to change kit? It was, isn't it? Was that the same year when Fergie got the players to change their kit?
Bro, it could have well been, bro. Fergie did boss moves like that anyway, bro.
Yeah, at half time when you won the game, no? It was,
it was, but I can't remember who we were playing though.
It wasn't a top team. It wasn't.
Brother, are you even allowed to do that? I swear that's not even legal, you know. That's how you know.
Listen, Fergie was allowed to do it, innit?
Yeah, I swear that's not legal. Do you know what I'm saying? But bro, listen, Fergie's a bad man anyway. You know,
Fergie, you know the ones that you question whether something's allowed to be done, but because
I don't think that's legal, bro. I think once you lock in your kit for the game, yeah, you have to use it, bro. I'm sure it's not legal, bro. Like man said,
I don't know whether that was the same time when he done that. I don't know, innit? I don't know the year was he done that. But if I'm wrong, then I might be wrong.
Yeah, I don't think that's legal. I don't think that is. Do you know what I'm saying? So no, it just is what it is, bro. Like,
that was in the 90s. Apparently, it was in the 90s.
Is man talking about the grey kit? Is that what man's talking about? That's not legal, bro. We wore that shit once. You know what I mean? A man threw it in the bin, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But no, listen, Fergie's different, bro. Like, yeah, but bro, that's just not legal, bro. I refuse to believe it's legal. But we could do what we want in it. Well, he could do what he wanted, and I think that's part of the reason why people hate us as well.
Yeah. No, it's
because we won, but also because our manager was above the law, innit? He was above everything. So
it was. Let's be honest, it was an Al Capone thing, innit? Let's be honest.
It was a mafia thing.
It was a Scottish Al Capone thing, man. It is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? But
but he don't give a fuck. You know no.
Obviously, there's a stat that I heard as well that Ederson has more assists than Szoboszlai, and we're winning the league, yeah. And obviously, it's funny because Szoboszlai's actually been a big game player for us this season, as crap as he is, because he scored against City, scored against Spurs, he scored in a few big games this season, or assisted in a few big games this season. He got the assist against Man United at Old Trafford at the start of the season as well, from what I remember. And here's the thing: obviously, Arsenal haven't had a striker, really. Havertz isn't a striker, and Arsenal ain't really had a striker.
Yeah,
Liverpool haven't had a striker either. You know what I did this the other day?
Yeah, but most teams ain't got strikers. But this is why MONTS, when man are doing the striker thing, bro. So when man are doing the striker thing, this is why I keep telling people you're chatting shit, bro. Like, you don't understand football. Like, you're overemphasizing the importance of a top striker now, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? You're overemphasizing it because right now Liverpool about to walk this league, with Diaz in the false nine.
Yeah.
So stop doing that. Arsenal have finished third now, 3 seasons in a row. Them man have got Kai Havertz, Marino. None of these men are strikers, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, none of them men are strikers, bro. So I don't know why man are doing all of this. Oh, man, need a 20 goal a season striker. All right, find them, bro. Because I just showed you, man, yesterday. Osimhen's only scored 20 league goals twice in his whole career, bro. And one of them was in that Liga Kebab in Turkey right now that he's playing in.
Liga Kebab's crazy.
That's it. You done it once in Italy, only once. So why am man talking like, man, there's just 20 goal a season strikers anywhere, bro? Like, where are they, bro?
Hey, man said guy in Greek, it's dark, man.
Yeah, bro, where are they, bro?
Liga Cup.
Bro, where are they? Where are these 20 league goal strikers? Where are they?
Hey, it's a Liga Kebab. There isn't 20 league. Listen, we've got like a plethora of, as I said, 12 to 15. There's bare of them, as I said.
12 to 15 is the going. That's the going thing now, bro. I think Ollie Watkins got 19 last season or something. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a team thing now. Like, if you're getting 15 goals,
but people don't even rate Watkins like that.
Well, there you go. But if you're getting 15 league goals, you're considered a top striker in today's market, bro.
Yep,
Because that's where football is. Like the parameters have moved now.
Yeah,
it's not a go to game thing like Erling. Like them things are very, very rare now.
Yeah,
it's only him and Lewandowski that can do that.
Yeah, but we already had a conversation about Lewandowski literally last week, innit? So we know what he's all about and what he's doing. But this is the question that I had to ask myself. Arsenal obviously haven't had a striker. The guy who plays striker got injured and they put Marino up top. And then I'm looking at my club and I'm like, wait a minute. Jota has 6 goals. Nunes has like 3 goals. These men have barely played. Jota's been injured at times or been benched because he's been shit. And Nunes, as I said, Nunes just brain rot in it. It's just straight brain rot. Like I saw a clip of Nunes yesterday, and Rants, I swear to you, I nearly threw up. I swear to you, I threw up. I'm not even gonna hold on. I'm gonna send you a link as well. Send you a link in it so you can see this, and you can see it's actually cancerous in it. It's actually cancerous. You pre that link in it. Pre that link when you can. So yeah, no, like we've actually won the league without a striker as well. Realistically, Luis Diaz has played majority of the season in full time.
Well, there you go. So what's all this chat about strikers, bro? Right, that's mad.
This brother.
Yeah. So what's all this chat about strikers? This is why when people are saying, "Oh, we need this, we need that." No, when you understand the mechanics of football and that most of the goals are coming from wide areas now. Like the obsession for this mythical goal scorer that doesn't really exist in the game, bro, it's killing people. Do you know what I mean? It's not that strikers need to get better. It's that what's needed to be a top striker now has changed over the years. Because back in the day, strikers never had the system. They had to rely on themselves. Back in the day, if you're a striker, you needed to be able to play back to goal, hold up play, shield the ball, shoot from long range, because you wasn't relying on rehearsed patterns of play, to create chances for you. It was chaos. So you had to be able to thrive in the chaos. You had to kind of be an all-rounder back in the
Cole Palmer situation, isn't it?
Yeah. You had to be able to receive the ball back to goal, shrug off a defender, roll them, and then slap the ball from 25 yards. That's what made you a top striker. That's what made you a Shevchenko or a Crespo or
all of them,
or a righty or anything, bro. You had to be able to just feed off scraps, and make your own chances. That's what made the top strikers. They had to be able to feed off scraps, bro.
Yeah.
Now these men are getting chances on a plate repeatedly because of patterns and systems and all that. That's why someone like Erling is gonna score goals. If Erling was playing, in a time where it was every man for himself, this motherfucker's a passenger. He's a passenger.
I think we still get goals just because of his strength.
Nah, but not like that, because ball into feet, the game was way more physical. Man playing the ball into Erling, and he's getting kicked up in the air, bro. Like now, how many man do you even see challenge this bro? Like the game's different now. Like you don't see no physicality. You don't really see strikers getting kicked about no more. Like you don't see strikers pinning defenders, rolling them, wrestling with them. You don't really see that. You don't see that no more. Like defenders aren't really allowed to defend. And attackers don't really have to fight for the ball anymore. You're seeing them drifting in space, in between the lines and all that. Like back in the day, man had to earn your food, bro. Man not just out there, but it's a buffet now. No, it's crazy. You had to earn. You had to fight for everything back in the day. You had to fight for everything.
That's true. And by the way, shout out Singh. He says, "Monts, Luis Suarez is a better 9 than Benzema. Don't let Flawless." Yeah, me and Flawless had a massive back and forth about. He thinks Benzema's better than Suarez. I couldn't.
They're both top. I think they're the same level players, but they're just good at different things.
Yeah, no, I think they're both like again generational strikers, especially with their longevity. I just think there isn't many things that Benzema does better than Suarez, in my opinion.
I don't know. Here's the thing, Benzema is a better facilitator. Suarez is a better kind of player. Like if you need a one-man soldier thing, you know them ones. If you need a one-man soldier to pick up the ball and maybe slalom through a few guys and score goals, more like what Alexis was doing, like a carry job.
Yeah,
like Benzema's not a carry job striker, but if you've got players to facilitate, then you want Benzema. If you've got a CR7, you don't want a CR7 and a Suarez. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, of course.
That's what it is.
Even I even say with facilitating though, Suarez, the way I've seen him facilitate for the likes of Messi, and he's even had to do that sacrificial role at times for Messi and Neymar to allow them to elevate. Even at Liverpool, even at his time at Liverpool, when he's having to facilitate the likes of Daniel Sturridge and the other boys, even though he was a one-man battering ram, he's also like the amount of assists he gets, the amount of pre-assists he gets, the way he's able to take on players. I think they facilitate in different ways. I think that's a better way to put it for me. They facilitate in different ways. I think Suarez is the best striker of this generation.
Personally. I think he's up there. But the thing is, again, the reason why these conversations are very, very difficult is because I believe that Benzema, Suarez, Aguero are all the same level. However, they all thrive in different things. I think that Aguero is the best finisher. I think that Suarez is
probably most all-rounded. Probably like a bit of both.
Exactly. Suarez is probably the most. He's got the deepest bag. He's more dangerous in more different situations in terms of like taking players on. He's got that scatty dribble and all of them, and he's probably got the best variation in terms of his finishing. And then when it comes to linking play and being tidy and being super intelligent, Benzema's the smartest by far. Do you know what I'm saying? He sees things like Benzema brings his team into brings his players into the game. They're all the same level. They're just all very different. Like it's the same way I see like Xavi, Scholes, Modric. They're all very different. I see them all the same level. It's just that they all have different skills. They have different USPs in it, but I think they're all the same level. They're all elite players, bro. So
yeah, no. When I say I think Suarez is better than Benzema, that's not a slight on Benzema because it's like it doesn't mean he isn't still one of the best strikers I've ever seen in my life. It's just the fact that people put it down to preference. I believe Suarez is number one of like the last like 15 years in that.
I believe you put Suarez number one because if you're just building a team and you don't know who else is going to be in the team, you probably pick Suarez. You know them ones. That's it because he's got the most.
But we're talking about the individual exactly. But that's why. But we're talking about the individual. I'm not. The question isn't.
I hear it. But there's different styles.
People are bringing in like the importance to the front three of him. You know the BBC pause. You know whether it's MSN, how important was who to what front three. I'm just talking about. Here is Suarez. Here is Benzema. Who is better? And for me, I think the player has a deeper bag. He scored more goals in less games. He's got the third most assists of all time. He left Barcelona to go to Atletico and won the league with them as well. That's not to take away any of the feats that Benzema's done in the Champions League because absolutely outstanding for him as well. Especially him getting better when the other two left, you know. So, but I just look at Suarez. For me, there's not many things that Benzema can do better than Suarez as an individual. There are a few things he does better. But
I don't know. It's difficult.
I think Suarez has as you said, has a deeper bag.
I think that Suarez does more things, but I think he does more things, but I don't think he does more things to a higher level. It's difficult, you know them ones, because I think Benzema's got a better touch. He's got better close control. He's got better dribble. He's got better IQ. But Suarez is more like Tasmanian devil. He's frantic. He's unpredictable. He's a different kind of player, innit? Like in terms of pure footballing ability, I think Benzema's a better footballer. But I think that Suarez, is more of a nuisance, if that makes sense. Like Suarez, is more like he worries you more because he's erratic. Like you don't know what you like. It's just like, bro, how do you deal with this guy?
But it's almost polished erratic.
Yeah, it's polished,
like
but it's
Salah's
not
erraticness.
Yeah,
it's not
no,
like
I
Salah's
get it.
erraticness. It's
But
polished,
I think it's difficult, bro. Do you know what I mean? I think it's legit difficult though. You know them, man. I think it's very difficult because it's like Benzema to me is like I don't think he's got any weaknesses in his game, yeah. But I think that Suarez's strengths, you can't teach them. They're not down to ability. They're just down to his personality. He bites people, bro. You know them ones. That's how he plays football. He plays football like someone that bites people. Yeah, like, and you can't teach that.
But you can't say. But his intelligence is again. I know Benzema has insane IQ, but so does Suarez. Suarez's IQ is ridiculous. Like if you his creative bag is nuts. I didn't even know he had the third most assists of all time until I checked it. But like
I didn't know that either.
I've always, yeah, bro. I didn't know that, innit? Well, I
But
knew he had a
Benzema's
lot.
mad creative too.
Yeah, no, I would have thought Benzema. I'm talking about a little while ago. I would have thought Benzema would have had more assists and been a bit more creative, especially in the final third. Even the pass before the assist, that part of the game. Do you know what I'm saying? But then I had to, like, bro, Suarez, yeah, with the things he does, and you're right when you said variation of finish.
It's audacity. That's what someone put in the thing. Like Suarez is unhinged. Like I said, he bites people, so he'll shoot from places that you shouldn't shoot from because his brain doesn't function like a normal human being. Whereas Benzema's so intelligent, he'll say, you know what, this is a low percentage strike. I'm not going to shoot from here. Suarez, the ball will drop over his shoulder, yeah, and he'll just slap it and not even think twice. Whereas Benzema will bring it down and look for a pass, innit? Like Suarez just had that audacity and the unpredictability, which made him unplayable at times because he was so unorthodox.
Yeah, no, 100%. I also would go as far as to say that as well, that for me, like, Suarez, when you're hitting 40 goals in the Liga, bro, when you're outscoring Ronaldo and Messi,
no, listen, I get the Suarez thing.
I feel like Suarez has reached a higher height than Benzema, even though Benzema's won the Ballon d'Or.
I think maybe, but I think also Benzema had to dim his own light, yeah, to accommodate better players around him.
So did Suarez, bro. Suarez had to do that because Messi and Neymar are both better.
But bro, he already had his time at Liverpool before that. Do you know what I'm saying? Playing with Daniel Sturridge and Raheem Sterling, and you don't have to dim your light for them, man. There, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, but young Benzema in France was doing up like halfway line runs, step overs, and that, and then he turned into this efficient link man.
No, but what was Suarez doing for Ajax? 20+ goals on minor.
I hear that.
Same shit for Ajax. Same shit. This is why I said it's not like a once here. If anything, it's like
they're the same level. I just think they're the same level. I just think they have different strengths. Honestly, I think they're the same level footballers.
I understand people are saying, Monts, you love a crackhead ball. I do love a bit of a crackhead ball.
Yeah, he's definitely a crackhead. I think that's not disputed.
Listen, but I'm just, again, you lot are doing the racist thing. Man ain't speaking about him as a friend. Suarez is not my friend, bro. I don't know him. He's not my bedroom. He's not my G. He's not my dog, innit? You know what I'm saying? I'll say this from now. Suarez is not my bedroom. But neither is Benzema. Benzema's not my bedroom either. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you see the allegations on Benzema? You see the Valbuena thing, the allegations on Benzema? They're nasty as well, you know? Nasty allegations on my guy Karim. You get it, bro? Nasty allegations on my guy Karim. So, enough of these men have allegations, bro. So, I don't even go into that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even go into that. I don't need to bring up 1-5. I don't need to bring up, you get it, bro? I need to bring up none of that stuff. With the French squad and that. Man like Valbuena, you know, it's dark. Man like Valbuena, bro. Come on, man. As I said, Suarez being an R as well, bro. When I say R, I mean as in the racist thing. That's not my boy. I'm talking about footballing ability. I can separate footballing ability whether I think someone's a good person. If you're a cunt, you're a cunt. You'll see an excuser, you'll see an excuser. That's it. That is what it is. But we can still talk, we can still have a discussion about footballing ability. Me personally, there aren't enough things that Benzema does better than Suarez. That's the bottom line for me. But yeah, listen, these men are not your friends. These men are not, don't make them your idols. As I said, there's a reason why Benzema weren't playing for France. His allegations are nasty. And Suarez is a crackhead as well. His allegations are disgusting as well.
I hear it.
You know what I'm saying? Man are saying, what about Henry? What about Kane? Kane's not on the level of either of them. But he's not far off. I think, in fact, arguably there is a good argument for Kane, but when you've not won nothing, bro, like we're just not gonna go there. Suarez better than Henry. Sorry, guys.
He is
career-wise in the Premier League. Henry clears Suarez in the Premier League, but as but all round,
as a footballer, yes, Suarez is a better footballer. He's a better all round footballer. Do you know what I'm saying?
Like it's like
all round footballer. Do you know what I mean? But Henry's Premier League legacy is unmatched in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In my opinion. But in terms of pure footballer, I agree Suarez is a better footballer. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think Benzema's a better footballer too. So it's just one of them ones. If man are talking about just footballing ability,
I don't know.
Like, I think so. I
was talking about career. I said Suarez had a better career. Like as in Suarez.
I'm not talking about careers. I'm just talking about like as a complete footballer, bro. I think that as a complete footballer, I think that Benzema is one of the best strikers I've seen play football in terms of his technical security, in terms of his movement, in terms of everything, bro. Like, I can't lie. I am. Like the thing is, yeah, the reason I can take emotion out of it because I don't support Arsenal. You know them ones.
No, of
Like
course.
I'm not gonna turn around and say that Henry's better than these man for the simple fact that it's one of them ones. Henry, yeah, was a crazy baller, but he was not a complete center forward. He wasn't. Like Henry's pace is what made him frightening. Like anyone that was around at that time, I was around at that time. I lived through the whole Henry era, bro. Like his pace is what made him frightening, bro. If you take the pace away from it, his all-round game was not mad scary. Like it wasn't. It was his pace, bro. It was the unpredictability. It was the fact that you'll be playing a game, the ball goes in behind, and he's just so fast, yeah, that like it was scary. You know them ones. Like that's what it was. But it wasn't, oh yeah, like perfectly weighted, like little flicks around the corner and all these other things. It was the pace that was scary, bro. Like don't let anyone else fool you, innit? Like he was a very, very good footballer, but it was the pace that was scary. That's what it was. If you take the pace away, that's why man are comparing him to Isak, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I think he was a better technical footballer than Isak, but people were comparing him to Isak because it was the pace, bro. Like even without pace and whatever, like ball to feet, the ball sticking to Benzema's feet, bro. Little give and goals, a little clever stuff. Do you know what I mean? All these other things, bro. Benzema, way more complete footballer. I'm talking about footballer, not talking about goal scorer. That's not the same thing. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not the same.
I think, as I said, I just keep it a buck in it. I've always said for a long time now that Suarez is better than Henry. I think it's just that in the Premier League, I'd say in the Premier League though, Suarez.
Oh, you just gotta look at how these players age, innit? You just have to look at how these players age, innit, bro? Like I think Benzema won the Ballon d'Or at 30 something. Yeah. Luis Suarez in his 30s was still a problem.
Yeah, he won, bro. He won Atletico the league at what, 33?
Oh, that's what I mean. And Henry lost his pace, lost his hair, and his Nike sponsorship. You know them ones there, like man was wearing Pumas and was bald, bro. Like they're not,
you lot are taking them.
Bro, they're not the same, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like they're not the same. He was playing for New York Red Bulls, bro. Like, bro,
man, he had the Red Bull across his. He had the Red Bull.
That man was playing for New York Red Bulls, blood, and then came back and done a charity stint at Arsenal, bro. Let's not pretend that these men are on the same level in terms of like all-round football. Like they're not. Like this is the harsh reality of it. Do you know what I mean? As much as people are emotionally attached to him, I still think he's the greatest player, yeah, like legacy-wise that I've seen in the Premier League. And I'll say it, he's the only player in the Premier League era, me growing up, that I genuinely feared playing against. But it was because of his pace, bro. Like that's why he was so fast, bro. Like it looked like man sped him up on the TV. You know, like how,
big man thing.
Yeah,
big
bro.
Man,
yeah.
When you got going, pause. You couldn't, bro. I promise you.
Bro, I'll be honest, bro. Like, you see how you lot feel like when you're watching Mbappe now? It feels like someone pressed fast forward, bro. When I was watching,
I think Mbappe slowed down a tiny bit. It's more that you know the Mbappe 2.5 years ago.
Yeah,
when he was running at a frightening speed. The Mbappe that made you apologize during the World Cup, that version of Mbappe. Remember that version with the gold boots? Like, there's a clip of Henry, I know exactly which one you're talking about when you say that. It looks like you sped him up on the TV.
Yeah, it's nasty.
You know when you put the fast forward on ×3?
But I remember Henry, with the silver and red Mercurials, brother. I swear, I think they had that blue O2 kit and that, brother. And I see Henry just gassing Donnies out, like, bro, just down the line, gone, blood. Like, that left wing was fuckeries, bro.
Any
you know what I'm saying?
Any old clip that you watch of Henry, when he turns the jets on, you know, when he was young and he was playing for France, he looked even faster playing for France because obviously in the international football, man were just a bit slower in it. So the way this guy was looking at when he was playing for France, bro, especially on the breakaways were disgusting. They were absolutely disgusting. Yeah, Henry's pace was frightening. And he was 6'1" or 6'2". So it's like he's got bigger strides and he can move his legs faster than man who were already naturally quick.
But that's what it was. Bro. Like, man, have to keep it a buck. His pace was almost unseen, bro, because we had not seen a player with that pace, but with that pace with the ball at his feet, because we had players like Obafemi Martins that had pace, but these men weren't quick with ball to feet Jibril Cisse. It's all in behind. You know them ones. So he was
crap.
But he was quick with the ball at his feet, bro. Do you know what I mean? And the only player that we've seen since then was like R9 and Adriano that were quick with the ball at their feet.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? So Henry was a mythical creature, bro, back then, because he had pace, but he had the ball under control at the same time. But it was the pace that he done everything with, that made him frightening, bro. Players like Suarez, like, bro, I said it. Suarez could not.
Season he had in
Suarez could not make a fucking mermaid. I told people already, bro. Like, he just used to nutmeg people and their legs were closed.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? Like him, Benzema, these man, them man can play football in a phone box. Like, they're different.
Yeah, no, I hear it. That's why I'm looking. That's when I was looking at not Henry, sorry, Anelka. When Anelka went back to Chelsea and they won the league. I can't remember what year that was in. What year was it when Anelka won the league at Chelsea? When them man won the league?
I'm not sure, but it would have been around 08 something, because remember 08, 09, because around then, because we beat them in the final in what 08. So
was it 9-10?
Yeah, 9-10. So it'd been the season after that, maybe.
Yeah, obviously that's a slightly older, that's a version of Anelka that's nowhere near as quick. He wasn't slow.
Yeah, but Anelka was always mad technical. Even Henry said that he thought Anelka was better than him.
Yeah, no, Anelka was the wonder kid, didn't he? He was the actual wonder kid that was even at Arsenal coming through. You know what I'm saying, that they couldn't believe they'd got rid of him for Henry kind of thing, in terms of Henry being the main man. But no, I know what you mean in it when it comes to these striker arguments. I think you're splitting hairs. Realistically, when it comes to the Benzemas, the Suarez, the Lewandowskis, I think you're even with Henry in that argument as well, with Henry's, the Agueros. I think you are splitting hairs with all five of those guys.
You have to. If it's not close, then they're not top players.
No, exactly. You're definitely splitting hairs, and there's arguments for every single one. I obviously lean on Suarez. I believe Suarez is again, for me, he's the best. He's the complete play. He's the best, and he's a crackhead. I think Benzema's also up there. Lewandowski's up there, because to me, as you said, when players can age and still remain at the top level while kicking ball at the highest level from probably early 20s, maybe even a bit earlier than that, that shows real longevity. Like, because a lot of players who are able to peak at a certain time, Zlatan, as people, I can't believe Zlatan's probably not been mentioned in that argument as well. Zlatan's in that argument as well. But I think when people talk about gas in the tank, you look at players like Wayne Rooney, who started so early in their career. And it's like Wayne Rooney, same as Henry, these guys gassed out kind of early.
Yeah, they did. They did.
You know what I'm saying? They gassed out.
But also, but bro, Wayne Rooney was another one. Like a large part of his footballing ability was the physicality side, and he never looked after his body, so he couldn't maintain it. That's the difference between Wayne Rooney and someone like Mo Salah. Like Mo Salah's game is physicality, but Mo Salah looks after his body.
Yeah, so he can.
You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Like Rooney was a good technical footballer, but the things that made Rooney scary were physical. They weren't technical, because Rooney wasn't picking up the ball. He didn't have a Mahrez dribble. Like Rooney's dribble was kind of loose, and it was bumper cars, bruv. Rooney, you pick up the ball and it was like move, bruv, like boom, slapping, knocking people over. That's what it was, and that's why when Rooney was playing, when Rooney was playing, I used to get bare heat, for other United fans back then, because out of Rooney, Tevez, and Ronaldo, like Tevez was my favorite. Then Ronaldo, then Rooney. Rooney was my least favorite. And everyone used to love Rooney because he was English. But I was like, bro, if I could sell any of the three, I would have sold Rooney, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like he wasn't my favorite. Tevez's dribbling was like close, like, and he had that futsal under the foot roll. Tevez used to hold the ball, roll people up. I used to love Tevez, bro. You know them ones. Rooney's thing was like running, like bam, 2 foot my man, get up, like dribbling, like bro. And I was like, this is cool and that, but that's not my kind of football. I like things to be a bit more. I like the ball to be a bit closer to your feet. You know them ones. Like I like a bit more finesse. Rooney was just a brute, innit? You know what I mean? And he was a great brute as well. Do you know what I'm saying? But a lot of Rooney's strengths disappeared when his physicality disappeared. And this is why looking after yourself is so important. When you know that your game is mostly physical, make sure that you look after your physical.
So so obviously Miles, when he was with a few of the boys over at the club, Miles said Sturridge was a better technician. He was a better technical footballer than Rooney, and everyone kind of walked out of the room. What was
Oh
your?
yeah, in terms of receiving the ball, turning, everything like that. Sturridge was way more. What's the word I'm looking for? He had
And
way.
the chat will know that the clip I'm talking about. It's a clip that's been going around recently.
Sturridge is probably the most underrated striker that England have produced in my lifetime in terms of his technical ability is super, 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 super high, bro. Like,
yeah, he's a foreign footballer. He could have played for another. If Sturridge was like European, if he was Brazilian, you wouldn't be surprised. Someone said he was
yeah. Oh, Daniel Sturridge had a great touch with both feet, could dribble with both feet, shoot with both feet, like step overs, everything. Daniel Sturridge was clean, like
decent in the air as well. He got good, decent hair on him.
He was clean, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had a certain level of finesse here that you don't really associate with.
He's a natural finisher as well.
Yeah, you don't associate them with English players, innit? I think that was what it was, innit? Daniel Sturridge was unreal, and he was one of the only players, and I always say it, this guy can be out of the game for 6 months, come back, score a hat-trick in his first game. Like he hasn't left. Like, this player don't need to play his way
into with Liverpool every time.
Yeah, you don't need to play his way into form, bro. Wayne Rooney, Alex Ferguson always used to say pre-season he'll come back overweight. We have to give Rooney 10 games to get into form. You know what I'm saying? Same with Harry Kane to a certain degree. Harry Kane used to start slow. He was always shit in August because he needs to get into the swing of things. Like, nah, bro. Daniel Sturridge is like, bro, like as soon as he touches grass, it's like he never left. And those things there, you can't quantify things like that, bro. He was just an unbelievable footballer that we never really appreciated because it was he was always injured.
He was always.
The man was talking more about his injuries than his ability, bro. Like, that's where it went.
Yeah, exactly. And I also think that taking care of his body, I feel like sometimes players have a different pain tolerance. So you hear the stories about Suarez. Suarez had a lot of injuries, not a lot of injuries. Suarez had his fair share of injuries at Liverpool, innit? But do you know what it is? Suarez would like do the strap up thing. You know, the man that would just do the strap up. Play on.
Yeah, but whereas Iron Robin didn't, bro. And look at Iron Robin's career. It worked out for him.
Yeah.
They used to say at Chelsea, if he feels something, he doesn't play. But then look how long he played football for. Do you know what I'm saying?
This is what I'm saying. And he was and Robin was someone who didn't make any sense at all, by the way. He made zero sense. You realize Robin was wetters till the age of 33. Like, we're talking jets. Yeah. Jets. How can you have no hairline and have jets?
Yeah.
At 33. He made no sense. Do you remember when he bun up Sergio Ramos for Netherlands? When he bun him up?
He got burners,
bro.
Man.
He bun him up, cut back, faked it, and then slapped it bins. Nah. I will never forget, because you know Ramos was wetters as well. Ramos was burned.
Ramos is an athlete, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, bro, Ramos even to this day.
And this was like, I'm pretty sure this Ramos wasn't even 30 yet. This was a Ramos that was like 29 or 28 in the World Cup.
You would have been young, Ramos. Ramos is, how old is Ramos? Ramos is younger than CR7 and he's still playing. So that means Ramos, 10 years ago, Ramos would have been about 28 then, or something like that.
Yeah, Ramos is 39 now. He's 39.
Yeah, so he'd have been about 28.
Yeah, he must. Yeah, he would. Yeah, prime age.
Yeah. Put man in a blender.
Yeah, bro. Robin put him in a flipping blender. And the worst thing is, I might. Do you know what it is, Rants? I might need to go back and watch it, because I remember like watching that live, bro. Live and going, no way he's bunning him up like that.
Yeah.
No way.
No discrimination. Just absolutely cook, man, bro.
Like, and the worst thing is, look, Robin's 41. So he's older than Ramos.
Yeah. Like, but Robin's in great shape now, bro. I see he ran like a marathon or something like that not too long ago, and then I see man doing like the old man football the other day. And he mash up some man still. He's still playing.
But this is what I mean. Like that's why I was saying, like, how can, like, Robin was ridiculously quick going into his early 30s. Do you know how dumb that is? That don't make no sense.
You're mad Jets, man.
Like, this is what I mean when we say that, like, certain players have a pain threshold. Sturridge, for me, wouldn't play through injury. He never struck me as a player who would ever play through an injury. The second he feels pain, he's out the game. Chilling with party next door in them, man.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that though, to be
You
fair.
know what I'm saying? No, nothing wrong with that, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't bother me. Because the thing is, I know when he's back from injury, he's bagging a goal. Like, if you put Daniel Sturridge to score any time on his return from injury, you're making bread. That's when it was just automatic bread to be won. If you was a betting man, not to be promoting betting on that end, but do you know what I'm saying? So
I hear it.
Do you agree with Miles in saying that? Do you actually agree with him?
Yeah, I think in terms of like technical ability, in terms of like fundamentals, ball control, dribbling, everything like that. I think he was technically more talented on the ball. I think so. I think so. Do you know what I mean? Rooney's thing was his tenacity.
Rooney still had mad tech though. He still had mad tech as well though.
Yeah, but yeah. I wouldn't say it was mad. I would say that he was a very technical player. Yeah, but Rooney's main thing was the physicality, the strength, the pace. Because when everyone about 16-year-old Rooney, they say, "Oh, he was built like a man." They don't talk about the football aspect. They talk about how physically imposing he was, because that was most of his game, bro. Do you know what I mean? He was really letting Lily and tenacity. That's it. Yeah, the tenacity. He was 2-footing, man. Do you know what I'm saying? He was doing all those things, and yes, he was technical, but it was the pace and the strength, that was his main USP, bro. And his ball striking ability, the passing and the shooting. It was the ball striking. It wasn't, oh my days, the ball's Velcro to his foot. It wasn't that. Do you know what I mean? Like, Sturridge had more the Velcro and the guile and that, and Rooney just had the pure explosiveness. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is why when I look at someone like Delap now, I say the way he carries the ball reminds me of Rooney, because it's all like rugby kind of thing where man's dribbling and man is just, you get me, knock man off, move, like, you know what I'm saying? This is what it is.
They're on the move, man.
Yeah, it's just move. You know what I'm saying? Man's driving and that bread's there, man. Knocks man over.
That's a move, man.
And then man do the stiff protection where they turn around and they shield the ball and dash man on the floor and that. Like, that's what them man do. Them man, you know what I mean? Them man do the 360 to turn instead of just doing the outside turn. Man turn all the way around and that, bro. You know, the stiff man turn and that, bro. That's what they do. Like, this is what they do. Like, Delap looks like a rugby player, and that's how Rooney moves. Like, Rooney was like that. You watch young Rooney, brother, he would be chasing his first touch, and if he gets there late, he's 2-footing you.
The only thing I would say about Rooney, even though from he didn't have the Velcro step, his IQ was expeditiously high.
Bro, he could see a pass, Rooney. He was smart, bro.
But even, bro, I've gone back and watched his Champions League games when you man have played in the Champions League and that, bro. And by the way, man are sharing the picture of R9 and that, G. Like, by the way, like, guys like that. You know what I'm saying? Ronaldinho and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe not so Ronaldinho, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Rooney was fearless. He was physical.
And Rooney, I'm telling you now, Rooney was in those games as much as the R9s, the Ronaldinhos, the Kakas, any of those guys. He was in the game.
Yeah, but what separated him from them, man, is
obviously he's not technically.
The physicality and the fact that he wasn't scared, bro. Like, he saw these players and he said, I'm leaving one on Lilian Thuram, bro. Hold that. That's what he was on. It was the mentality. It wasn't necessarily the fact that he wasn't picking up the ball and doing like mad intricate things. He just wanted to fucking just run through like your whole team, bro. That's what he was on, bro. It was this. He was a psycho. You know what I mean? It was the Suarez thing. You know what I'm saying? It was the Suarez thing. Like, man's gonna just do the scatty thing through your whole team.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, Rooney would do these dribbles. You know them dribbles where man are dribbling like Suarez and the ball bounces off the defender and comes back to him and that. That Rooney used to do that.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, one thing, I used to think Suarez was scatty and shit when he first signed for Liverpool, you know. I didn't think he was cold straight away. I used to think this guy does the ump and barge and it just bounces back to him, luckily. Yeah. And then I'd been watching him for 18 months, Rants, and the ball's still bouncing back to his foot.
Yeah, because it's like, the intent. It's the intent, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because the thing is, them man are like, I'm going that way. So either you're coming with me or you're not. But either way, the ball's coming because I'm fighting for it. Like, them man are fighting and dribbling at the same time. So it's like, most of the time they get the luck of the ricochet, bro. You know them ones. It's not the clean dribble. It's not the clean Benzema, like, in between players and lay it off. It's the pure direct, like balls bouncing.
Yeah.
You nutmeg man, and it's not a clean nutmeg. It hits both man's legs and still goes through. And that it's them.
Yeah.
It's them pinball things. Like them man are pinball dribblers, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
those are the aggressive dribblers, bro. He was an aggressive dribbler. Like Suarez.
But that don't really work no more in this game now. I don't think,
Yeah.
anyways. And that's why I said even we've walked this league, bro, because at the end of the day, if you can't, I think there's been more value this season in beating the mid six than the big six. That's the bottom line.
Fact.
That's the bottom line. If you
Because
can
all the
beat,
middle teams have they have unique dangers now about them. Do you know what I mean? So you have to be able to set up and beat different types of teams, in it.
Yeah.
And I think that Liverpool are better at beating more variety of teams. There's certain teams
anyone else in the Prem.
with Arsenal. Arsenal struggle against physical teams, that are very organized, because they're a physical team that are organized. So it kind of cancels their game out, if that makes sense. Like, so the likes of the Newcastles, the Aston Villas, the Fulhams,
even the Liverpools, we're quite physical as well.
Yeah, like these teams, Arsenal struggle against physical mid-block teams. That's their kryptonite, because that's kind of what they do as well. Do you know what I mean? And then it becomes, all right, cool, we're going man for man now, like player for player. So if they don't have a full team, then it's like they could lose that game. Newcastle are a fucking bogey team for them right now. Bogey. No, I mean, Newcastle give them hella problems, because Newcastle are like a proper English team, bro. Like they just got bare rugby players.
No, yeah, bro. Them man, it's an American football team for them.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying. Like, bro, as you said, everyone has these unique dangers, bro. You look at Brentford, you got Hobbs and Shaw. If it's not Hobbs, then it's Shaw, innit? One of them bald fuckers, one of them hairless fuckers is doing you in. Doesn't matter which one of them is doing you in. If you go to Bournemouth, you've got Semenyo. If Semenyo's not on it, Kluivert's gonna rasp one from 25 yards. You know what I'm saying? If it's not, we got lucky beating them. So, Kluivert hit the inside of the post, and then I think he also missed an open goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you got Evan Nilsson, who for me, Evan Nilsson's another striker. Actually, Rants, to be fair, that I didn't mention. Evan Nilsson's he's not a bad striker. Oh, I know he's not the Prem. I think he's actually a decent striker. Evan Nilsson's one of them as well. And if you go and look at even, could you say Brighton as well? You could probably put Brighton in there. You go look at Palace, you got to deal with Mateta. You got to deal with Mateta and them, man. You have to do again with Brighton. If it's not João Pedro, it's a very well polished Danny Welbeck. Whether you like it or not, Danny Welbeck is a very good all-round type of footballer who is going to be facilitated by, listen, you don't know what Brighton's going to show up. It could be pace and power with Minte, or they're going to go for the technical side and they're going to play João Pedro and Mitoma.
I hear it.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, as I said, Liverpool are far better, as you said, at beating these variety of teams. Far better. And if you're unable to beat a wide variety of teams, I'm talking strictly for this season, you will suffer. You will suffer. We beaten Newcastle and drawn with them, of course. But even with Newcastle is technically in that mid six. They're actually not in the big six. They're part of the mid six. Newcastle is another one. We got to deal with Isak and Gordon. And now Harvey Barnes, who seemed to hit form. You got to deal with them, man, now. It's different. And wait, someone said João Pedro is far from technical. That's crazy. That's crazy.
No, he is technical, but he's got that lanky kind of technical thing.
Yeah. You can't say João Pedro is not technical. But yeah, no, this is what I'm saying. So I feel like in these type of seasons, beating the big teams, it matters. But let's be honest, Rants, it don't matter the same as beating the mid-16s.
No, it doesn't. There's more teams in the league now that can take points off you.
Yeah. So remember, how the league used to be was that, let's be honest, 5 out of the top 6 teams would usually win. Let's be honest, 4 out of the 6. Let's go. 4 out of the 6 traditional big 6 would naturally win their games. That's why a lot of the games in the season will come to Liverpool versus United. Arsenal versus United, massive game. Chelsea versus Arsenal. These games had massive weights behind them. Massive weights. Because these were the real 6-pointers. Now, realistically, the fact, as I said, even the teams they're not in the relegation zone, but they're not in the top half of the table. You know them man there.
Yeah, them teams that are like 15th. Yeah.
And like 15th to like 11th. Even them, Fulham beat us 3-2. Fulham done a double on Arsenal last year. You got to do with Bassi and them, man. Bassi's a WWE fighter, bro. He's a cage fighter. Have you seen? Man, I've seen Bassi is a unit.
And he's mad agile as well, and he can play. It's not like he's just big for no reason.
Yeah, he was shit in his first season, but he's definitely adapted very well. He's definitely adapted very well. He was poor in his first year. But yeah, did he come from Ajax? Was it Ajax he come from?
Yeah, he was at Ajax, yeah.
He definitely, he's made mad improvements. And you look at that, and you look at Raul Jimenez, you look at Muniz. Muniz, another striker. That's another striker that's come to name. Muniz. He's not bad either, in my opinion. I think he's underrated. Especially if you saw the way he bun up Van Dijk with that touch on goal. He fucked up Van Dijk with that touch. Yeah. So he's another player. So as I said, every team, I think, has a couple of players now that can do you in. And I think this might be the pattern for next season as well, Rants. I hate to say it. This might be the pattern for next year. To be able to beat the Fulhams, the Bournemouths, the Brentfords, the Newcastles. I know maybe Newcastle are above them, but the Villas. Do you know what I'm saying? To be able to beat these guys home and away, whether it's convincingly or unconvincingly, you get points against those type of teams. You're putting yourself in a very good position, because more time, the Fulhams, these guys are going to beat the Man United. They're going to take points of United. They're going to take points of Chelsea. They're going to take points of Arsenal. They're going to take points of Liverpool. They're going to take points of most of the top teams in it, in my opinion, especially away from home. No one's trying to go to Craven Cottage. They're not really trying to go Craven Cottage. Bournemouth away. Come on, let's be honest. Bournemouth away. Now, man, are actually looking at going, oh, I'm not really trying to. Bournemouth away is a bit. That's techie now. Bournemouth away is techie.
Yeah, that's not
Villa
easy.
Park, St. James's Park, Villa Park. It's techie, man. So, yeah, no, I just wanted to obviously, because we didn't really speak too much about Liverpool number 20. Yeah, I just wanted to highlight the fact that I think it's what won us the league wasn't necessarily beating the Arsenals.
Yeah, it was beating the teams that you were supposed to beat that everyone else didn't.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and I think
it was draws that done Arsenal. When you look at it, it was like 12 draws. 12 draws now.
They got the second most draws in the Premier League, bro. And these men expect to be winning. You're not
and
winning.
Apparently they were in winning positions 9 of those 12 times as well, which is
it?
That's what someone put in the chat. I haven't fact checked it, but nobody corrected them.
If that's the truth, then that's crazy. That's real bottle job.
9 or 13 times. Sorry, it's 13 draws.
Yeah, they have 13 draws. I don't think anyone else has more draws. Maybe Everton have 14 draws. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, they're saying it's true. Yeah, 9 or 13 draws. Yeah, they were in winning positions. So it shows a lack of mentality there.
Yeah, because off the top of my head, I can see them. When they drew with us, they were winning. They were beating us 2-1. They were beating Brighton 1-0. They conceded the penalty. They were beating Everton, and then they conceded the penalty. They were beating Chelsea. They were 1-0 up against Chelsea, and then Neto scores the banger against them as well. So Crystal Palace just gone by. Brentford as well. I can actually name most of the top of my head, to be fair. Man City 2-2 last minute, start of the season as well. So there's actually quite a lot of games for Arsenal, as you said. Yeah, 9 of them. I think I've named about 7 of them just then. So I think that's more worrying than the draw itself, you know. That is very worrying from an Arsenal perspective. Because if you can't hold on to a lead, then
you shouldn't own a dog.
You see it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
You lot.
Same in Man United as well. Talking about Man United.
You lot run up the lights, people. 86 away from 500. You man know what time it is. Man said, hold on. Who would I sign? Out of them 4, I would sign Mateta personally. Do you know what I mean? Because I like Mateta. I like Mateta's profile out of the 4 of them the best for what my team need in it. So I would sign him for Man United if I could choose out of all 4 of them, because I think that he fits the profile that we need. In terms of, I think we need a foil, a player to play off that can score goals, that has physical presence and can finish. And he's the right age as well. 27, can finish with both feet, good in the air, can link, decent pace. I think Mateta is my favorite in terms of profile. Do you know what I mean? I think they're all good players. I think they all got different qualities. I think Isak's qualities are more in transition. I think Osimhen's qualities are more in the box. And Delap is just an all-rounder for me. Do you know what I mean? But I just like Mateta's profile as a striker for Man United. You know what I mean? So what do you think anyway of these 4 months? For Liverpool, who would you take out of them for?
Right now,
yeah,
probably Isak. I think Isak
suits you probably the best.
I think Isak stylistically would just because I feel like he's got a bit of everything, and that's not to say we're a counter-attacking team, but because we're not a counter-attacking team, but we've scored many goals on transition, but we've also flaked a lot of chances in transition, which I think that Isak probably would have. And I think even as a box presence, some of the chances, if they fall to Isak, I think Isak buries a lot of chances, but he also sustains attacks that we've lost through Nunes, maybe through Jota as well this season. I think even through Diaz, but I'm not going to be on Diaz too much because he's not naturally essential. He's not a central player. He's not a false nine. And I think he's actually done a good job this season, innit? Say what you want to say about Diaz. He gets a lot of hate from our fan base, but he's played a massive part this season in having to play in that false nine role. But who was the other ones? It was Osimhen, Delap, and who was the fourth one?
Mateta.
Mateta second. Mateta second. Just because I think Mateta is technically not as bad as people make him out to be.
No, I think technically he's good, man. He's secure. Do you know what I mean? Without being mad silky, but he's secure.
Like he's not a bozo on the ball. Like, again, you look at Nunes, he's not technically secure. He needs to be on the end of things. He can't really be in build-up. He needs to be on the end of things.
Yeah.
So I think Delap. I think I'll go Osimhen, and then fourth I'll go Delap. Osimhen I don't look at as technically secure, but Osimhen, but he is a serial goal scorer. You know what I'm saying? He is a serial goal scorer, I'd say. And I think with Delap, I put him fourth because I kind of just need to see a bit more over and maybe another season. But that's not to say I think Delap's a scrub. As I said, I look at guys like Strand, Larson, Wiesers, Delaps, and I think they're their next brand of strikers in the Prem that are going to be doing really well. You know what I'm saying? These guys have 12, 14 to 15 Premier League goals. And that's kind of like, as you said, that's like the gold, that's the gold mine of strikers these days. 12 to 15 goals.
Agreed. Yeah, completely.
You know? So as long as we have Mo Salah, I think maybe that argument might change. If we didn't have Mo Salah, I'll probably be looking more towards an Osimhen.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It depends on what you've got around those players. I agree.
We have Salah. So to be fair, even I think Osimhen will probably do okay over Salah. Because Salah's going to have to be, I think Salah's going to have to do a bit more creating next season. That's what I think. You know, I don't think Salah hits. I still think Salah scores 15 goals, probably plus. Because he's never.
But he's slowing down now, and there's nothing wrong with that, man. He's had a solid Premier League career, bro.
32 innings, 32 going 33 innings. So but yeah, that's it. That's what I said.
And yeah, man. Hey guys, get the lights up, man. We're closing in on the lights target, and man said it's Palmer on the level of Verse, Elise, Yamal, and no, he's not, and that's okay. Do you know what I mean? Man saying he seems like he doesn't take games over. I think he can take games over, but I don't think the system allows him to take games over. The system doesn't play to his strengths. I think he can be a player that you can give him the ball and he can win you a game. I think he is that kind of player, but I don't think he does that from central areas. Is he as good as the guys that you mentioned? No, I don't think so. And that's I just think that
I know the Chelsea fans won't be happy.
Yeah, they're just bro. Technically, all these players are just a level above, bro. It's just different. Like, I'll be honest. I think Cole Palmer's a top player, but these men are, when it comes to footballing ability, these are man what I would call elite footballers. Like, they're in the elite category in terms of like on the ball. Like, they're ridiculous, bro.
Man, we're trying to downplay the role that Cherki played in the 2 legs against Man United, bro.
I think he was very good, bro. He was very good. He was very good.
He scored a goal in extra time with 10
but
men.
you know what it is? Because we're shit, yeah. people expect him to look like
Messi.
like Messi against us. But it's like, no, the way that they deployed him, he was never gonna look like Messi in those games.
Leon are dead as well, though. Leon are crap as well, by the way.
They're rubbish, but also he does a lot of he does a lot of things that are not eye-catching because people only watch comps. So they think that every time he gets the ball, he's doing roulettes. That's not how he plays. Most of the time, it's give and go and it's clever stuff. And every now and then he'll do something a bit outrageous.
The little delay. It's the little delay that he'll wait the extra second to make that perfect give and go. Do you know what I'm saying? He's ridiculous, bro. I've been telling, man, Chucky's ridiculous. For me, technically on the ball, he's top 3 in Europe, innit? Attacker-wise.
Yeah.
If you're looking at attackers. Like, in terms of ball manipulation, I don't think there's 2 or 3 better on the planet. Ball manipulation.
I don't know if there's anyone that I think he's the most talented footballer in the game in terms of just pure talent, like ball at his feet. Like, I don't think there's a player with the ball at his feet in the game that can do more than him. Like, I'm not including Neymar in that because Neymar's an old man now, bro. You know them ones. Neymar's done, bro. Like, Neymar's career is over, innit? Like it is what it is. Neymar's just, Neymar's the generation before now. Like, so we're not having Neymar in this. With the ball at his feet, there's no other player in the game right now that can do what he can do with the ball at his feet, with both feet. There's no other player. There's no other player. Like, he's one of the most talented with the ball at his feet that I've seen. Like,
easily.
Like, brother, you don't know if he's left with or right.
Maybe Yamal probably.
No, but Yamal's left, but cool. Yamal's right isn't Cherky's right, and they both left foot.
Cherky is literally both sides.
Yeah, like, it's not even like, no, it's not that. Like, it's not that. Do you know what I mean? Bruv, big up for the super chat, bro. I'm always gonna pick United, bro. So it is what it is. I'm always gonna pick United. That's it. I'm always gonna pick United.
Someone mentioned 0405 Liverpool 1920.
Brother, I'm always gonna pick United. I haven't, like, you need to understand.
Some of them teams, man, splitting hairs.
I'm always gonna pick United, bro. I don't think you can have a better team, bro. Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez, bro. I don't think you can have a better team than that. And obviously, I am gonna have elements of bias. I am, but when you're looking at Carrick, Scholes, Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez, Ferdinand, Vidic, what's man talking about? Like Evra, like, bruv, like, bro, what?
But that Chelsea 0405 though, as well, though, them man there to concede 15 goals. Oh yeah,
I hear all of that. You know them ones there. I hear
nuts,
all of that, but our team was cracked, bro. Like, I'll be honest.
Yeah, no, your team was insane. Your team was genuinely insane. How about this? I think all 5 of those teams are genuinely insanity.
Yeah, they're not.
Every single one of the teams are insane. Even bro, the City's SAS, not Sturridge, not Suarez and Sturridge and Sterling. I'm talking about Sane, Sterling, Aguero. That SAS.
That's crazy.
With David Silva, KDB, and Fernandinho.
That team
and a good company. No. Actually, no. Company was actually semi-retired.
Yeah, there's an older company. Yeah.
It was who was centre back for them? Was it John Stones?
It might have been. It might have been
John Stones. Yeah, but anyway, regardless of the defense, that 6 was disgusting. Hey,
listen, I'll be real. Yeah, Sane, Sterling.
It was Laporte. It was Laporte.
Sane, Sterling, Aguero is nice, but it's not Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez, mate. You know what I'm saying?
No, of course. And I think with CR7 as well being the one again. Like,
come on, bro. Listen, like, it's all So you got Carrick and Scholes, yeah, and we got like the 3 mad dogs up front. They all had pace.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? They could all carry the ball, like they could all shoot from long range. It was scary, bro. Bro, you had to be there. That's all I'm saying. You just had to be there, bro. Like, Sterling and Sane ain't got shit on anything that we had going on up top. Nothing.
No, of course.
That transition was ending lives, bro. So
but even the Invincibles, yeah, they drew bare games, but their team was just fucked when it comes to balance, though.
Yeah.
You can't have Henry and Bergkamp up top and then have Ashley Cole and then Sol Campbell on the left side of your defense. Sol Campbell and Ashley Cole. And then have like Perez in front. Was it Perez who was in front of him?
That's solid.
It was
solid.
Perez and Vieira and that, bro. That team was fucked. I can't like, even for my boys. I'm sorry.
It was
Even
Vieira
my
and
boys,
what was it? Was it Gilberto in
it
that?
was Gilberto Silva. Yeah, Gilberto Silva. I think Lundberg was on the right.
Yeah,
Lundberg was on the right as well. But Rants, even my guys, to have Firmino, Salah, and Mane, and by the way, that version of Van Dijk before the ACL, pre-ACL Van Dijk, and to have Trent and Robbo when Robbo was actually like the best left back in the league comfortably. Do you know what I'm saying? Alisson, Trent, Robbo, Virgil. I believe it was Joel Matip playing at the time, but it used to switch a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And have Fabinho, the battering ram. Oh, bro. And the worst thing is, you know, people kind of deep forgot as well that we had Shaqiri and Bacon on our bench.
He's a good player.
You know, do you realize? Do you know Shaqiri has 27 GA in 28 games this season for Basel?
I didn't even know that.
You know that
he was a baller, man. He was a player that never really. Never really got used properly, bro. I can't lie, bro, because he was a wonder kid, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man ended up at Bayern. It wasn't a good move for him, but like he had insane amounts of ability.
Insane. Yeah, the Bayern thing didn't work for him, but you could tell. But bro, a lot of guys haven't worked at Bayern, man.
Yeah, no, but it's the same, bro. Like Bayern and Barca, they're two clubs, that you probably shouldn't go straight there when you're young. You should probably go somewhere else first, innit? And bro, like most of the time, it doesn't work out when young players go there.
Wait, I correct myself. It's changed because I think he got 3 GA in his last game. So he's got 29 matches and 31 GA. He's now got 17 assists.
Yeah, he's a baller, man.
He's how old is he now? He must be 34 though.
Yeah, he's in his 30s. Yeah,
he's 33. 33. I just think that's crazy. How's he got 17 assists and 14 goals? That's not even a thing. He went to Lyon as well after Liverpool. He went to Lyon and that.
You're a player.
Yeah, crazy. But yeah, I probably maybe Man United away or not. Even as a rival, I'd say that team. But I do back my boys as well, simply because of the way we whooshed off that Premier League as well. I just think
I hear it.
Having Mane and Salah when they were at the top, and even Firmino, them three at that front three, and having Van Dijk and Alisson and Trent and Robbo were getting 12 assists each. Like, I'd say the only really one you look at is probably Henderson, where you go, all right, cool. You look at Henderson. But having Wijnaldum and Fabinho, yeah, cold. I'm not really hearing nothing else.
No, I hear it.
Guys, Chelsea, go on.
Yeah, go on, bro.
No, I'm just saying, but yeah, no. Props to the Chelsea team as well, bro.
Fairs. You lot, let me know who's live for the redirect people. Make sure we get these likes up. We're closing in on 500. We are still like 45 away, so let's get those up. And if you haven't subbed to the clips page, make sure you do that. Closing in on 10,000 as well. Less than 300 away. I think like 200 and something away. What you got coming up for the day, my bro?
We got a stream at 7:30 to 8:30 because obviously there's no football today, pretty much.
There isn't. Yeah.
So it's just a 7:30 to 8:30 footy discussion with the man them. And that's about it, really. I've got no stream because I've got the flu. I know it doesn't seem like I have the flu, but I've been leaving the camera and that to.
Yeah, man, been soldiering it. Yeah, I hear it.
I've had to soldier the thing, bro. So like my whole body is literally aching right now. So no stream. I'm 4 subscribers away from 16.6K though.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe. The link is in the title, people.
And then we'll be back Friday for the Prem prediction and the FA Cup predictions. But right now, I say 7:30 to 8:30 is for tonight.
That's it, people. So yeah, Faz is live. We're gonna redirect to Faz, and then I'm back at 6 o'clock with Marv, guys. So yeah, we'll see you for footy talk then. Lit show, people. Run up the likes, and I'll see you guys back here at 6 o'clock.